Hey, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Bull City Hangout 1213. I'm Pat Murray. I publish the Durham Skywriter. That's Durham's online community paper, which you can check out at durhamskywriter.com. Now, it's Bull City Hangout. I tell you what's happening today in Durham. I do invite you to click on that link on the Durham Skywriter Facebook page if you'd like to join me on camera, to shoot the breeze, say hello, happy holidays, or to promote yourself and or your business or your special event. And if you can share this out, that would be super awesome, because then more people here in Durham can find out what's happening. And before I get started, let me put my iPad down for a sec. Today's my birthday. And my present to you, I'm 68 today, in case you're wondering. So I'm 68. Woo! So anyway, my present to you, I found these pictures. I was going through my aunt's stuff. And where did I put them? I just had them. What the heck? Wait a minute. Okay, there. Okay. So, check out these pictures. I think my aunt bought these from the 𝗕𝗨𝗟𝗟. I don't know if they still do this, but I know back in the day, if you liked a picture, you could buy it from the 𝗕𝗨𝗟𝗟. So, I'm pretty sure that's where these came from. It's on like thick paper. You can see it's mounted on cardboard. But anyway, it's a snow building from 1933. Isn't that wild? Isn't it beautiful? It's still standing, but just look at it. It's from 1933. And here's another one. Okay, wait. Put this down here. Okay, wait. Okay. Mechanics and Farmers Bank, 1921. Look at this. Oh, wow. So I guess this is where they are now. It just looks so different. Yeah, this is where they are. Yeah, that's where they are now downtown. Although these little, whatever you call these, seems like that's what the, I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure this is the current building. Not quite sure. But anyway, there you are. Here's another one, last but not least. I did not recognize, I'm not a native Durhamite, so these buildings sometimes confound me when I see them in ways I'm not used to seeing them. But this, it doesn't say the year because it's kind of messed up on the back, but it is the Duke Medical Center. It looks so new. So obviously this is from years ago. This is like, maybe when it was like brand new. I don't know. I mean, there's no wording. This must have been, there's a very small sign. It says Duke University Hospital. This looks so brand new. I mean, it's incredible. So anyway, I think my aunt bought these from the 𝗕𝗨𝗟𝗟, if I'm not mistaken. They have like archives. Again, I don't know if they still sell pictures. Maybe they should. Anyway, let me get started with the show. Okay. If you have any corrections on any of the pictures that I just showed you, if you have any comments or whatever, or anything to add, I would really love that. So let's get started. Let's see the word page, starting with the government and nonprofit information page. And let's see, there's some really great programs and services being offered by local nonprofits, the city of Durham, and also Durham County. Let me fix the screen here. Got really dark there. Okay. All righty. Let's see. Catholic Charities. Let me scroll down to Catholic Charities. Now, if you need help, this is a great place to go. So on Wednesdays and Thursdays, they give away lots of groceries. So you can go there, then you talk to a social worker, I don't know if they're called, I call them social workers, but anyway, the intake personnel, and you can talk to them. And if you need anything extra, sometimes they have like diapers from newborn up to toddler size, and then they have the big adult diapers. So if you're caring for someone who has like Alzheimer's or whatever, you can get your adult diapers from Catholic Charities. So it might be a little too late today, this afternoon, but they're only open Wednesdays and Thursdays from 10 until 1. And then on Wednesdays, today is Wednesday, so if you miss out on today, if it's a little bit too late for you, and by the way, they are at 2020 Chapel Hill Road, right in between the new Lincoln Community Health Center and the Scrap Exchange. So if it's too late to get there by 1, that's fine, because they'll be there from 5 to 7. You can stop by, if you could stop by there, if you have time, you can stop by from 5 until 7 tonight, or tomorrow from 10 until 1. Okay, let's see. There's some city vacancies. It looks like they're changing the last day for putting in your letter or application of interest. It looks like they're changing it to Wednesdays, because last week and way before then it was always on Thursdays, and now they're saying Wednesday, December 13th, and then for next week, Wednesday, December 20th. So anyway, if you need to know, if you want to join one of these committees, you have special interest, special knowledge, whatever, then today is the day for putting in your letter of interest for joining either the Durham Affordable Housing Implementation Committee, the Durham Cultural Advisory Board, the Mayor's Council for Women, or the Mayor's Hispanic Latino Committee. So if you want to maybe kickstart your political career, or if you just want to just lend some of your great knowledge, you can join one of these committees by letting them know that you're interested. Okay, the Durham County Libraries are all open until 8, except for Bragtown. Bragtown closes at 6. They reopen tomorrow at 9:30, and then Bragtown reopens at 10. Let's see what's happening at the Durham Tech Small Business Center. They have these wonderful free webinars. They're really great. I've attended quite a few of them. They're all free. All you have to do is just sign up and show up. Let's see. So today's the 13th. Here we are. Here are 3 classes. This first one is from 3 until 5, social media and website for your small business. So you can sign up for that one. Here's another one from 5 until 7. How to sell online today. Do I need an online e-commerce presence? My answer is yes, if you want to sell stuff. But anyway, you can take the class and find out about, what's it called, Shopify, and some of those other things that people use to sell items online. Here's another class from 6 until 8, insurance needed for your small business. Learn all about insurance so that if something happens, you can still stay in business and recover and move forward. Okay, let's now go to the health page. I do have your COVID updates. If you're interested in that, you can click on the link and, see if you're, see what county you're interested in learning about, because it's not just Durham County. You can learn about all the different counties in North Carolina, like if you have family around the state. Okay, let's see what's happening on the To Your Health page. Oh, it looks like the American Red Cross is having a blood drive. Let's go there. The American Red Cross is having a blood drive, 2 blood drives today. They're already at the Frontier, 800 Park Offices Drive, and they will be there until 3:30. And Park Offices Drive is right off of Highway 54. They're also at the Bryan Center, 120 Science Drive, and that's until 4:30. And they do have a parking garage and a parking lot right there on site. It's not free. I can't remember how much it is, but it is pretty cheap. And then let's see. Oh, Blood Connection. They're having a blood drive too. They're having a blood drive tomorrow. They will be at LMAC 4238 Technology Drive at 9:30, from 9:30 until 1:30. And then they will be at Sprouts on Highway 54 from 11:30 until 2:30. And of course, I'll remind you about that tomorrow. Okay, let's go to the health events page. Scroll back up to the top, click on the big blue button. Let's see what support groups are meeting today, with it being the 13th. Oh, I've got a special guest here. I'll bring you on right after the weather. Oh, this is going to be so fun. Okay, let me continue. Now I'm all thrown off. Oh, here it is. So Duke Health is going to have their pre-kidney transplant support group. They're going to have a virtual meeting. That's going to be today from noon until 1. So they just started. So see if you can get that link real quick and join that meeting. Also happening today from 12:45 until 1:30, the mind-body approaches to coping with cancer. So if you want to join that, then very quickly get that Zoom link. I've got the links for both meetings, and they're both run by Duke. All righty, I think that's it. Let's go to the Senior Scope page. Let's see what's happening at the Durham Center for Senior Life. A big shout out to Donna, by the way. It's nice having friends in high places. So I just found out, Donna just called me. She said that the monthly birthday celebration, of course, it will be for December, is not going to be today. They moved it to next week. So that's going to be next week. What's next? Next Wednesday is the 20th. So it'll be 12:30 until 1:30. So I was going to go and celebrate my birthday today, but I'll go next week. That's fine. That's fine. I don't take it personally at all. So if you like tech, let me scroll down here. So the Durham Center for Senior Life, they have this tech series. So it's totally free. You don't have to register. So today, from 1 until 2:15, New World, New Skills. This is where you learn how to use your smartphone or computer because, sometimes the kids, the grandkids, they update and they give the parents their old gear, their old tech, but they don't teach them how to use it. So if you want to learn how to use it, bring your tech over to the Durham Center for Senior Life, and that's going to be today, 1 until 2:15. Also, super agers for people like me who are seniors and love advanced tech tips. That's going to be at the same center from 2:15 until 3. And then tomorrow morning, Tech Talk. You can never get enough tech. Tech Talk, again, tips for smartphone users. That's going to be tomorrow, 9:30 until 10:30. Other things happening today, the Acoustic Guitar Club. I might go to that today. I missed it last week. So that's going to be today, 3:30 to 4:30. Bring your guitar. And then tomorrow it'll be playing with music, and you can bring, your clarinet, your xylophone, whatever. So let's see what else is happening. Let me check my little thing here. Let's see. Oh, don't forget to sign up for the holiday party, which is going to be this next Thursday. I made that sound confusing. Thursday, the 21st from 5 until 7. And yes, the Durham Center for Senior Life now has evening hours, Monday through Thursday. They're open until 7, which means they're doing really well, which means if you're a senior, age 55 and up, got to become a member. It's free. Okay, last but not least, we are going to the Let's Go page, the calendar of events page, to see what's happening on the 13th, my birthday. Thank you for your birthday wishes. I can hear them, so thank you. Let me continue. Okay, enough blushing. Let's see, 13. There we are. Yes, this is actually going on right now, but they don't mind if you're late. They're going to have the Duke Chapel by Candlelight Christmas Open House. That's going on right now until 2. They're going to have Christmas music, lush holiday decor. Of course, we're talking Duke Chapel after all. There's going to be a Christmas sing-along. That should be really fun. So parking is available in the Bryant Center parking lot and garage, and of course, it's free. Also happening right now at Boxyard RTP, 900 Park Offices Drive, and my special guest doesn't even know about this because this is a new thing. Boxyard RTP is an outdoors, what is it? It's like a venue. It's outdoors, but surrounded by those container boxes, those boxes where they send items from China to, the rest of the world, whatever you call those trailer boxes. Anyway, these are beautiful trailer boxes and they have restaurants inside. So Even though it's cool out, they also have heaters above with a gigantic fan pushing the warm air down. So at Boxyard RTP going on right now is a creative combination of drums and bass, 𝗕𝗨𝗟𝗟 and Chris Sharp, going until 2 o'clock. If you happen to be in the South Durham area, then head over there, 900 Park Offices Drive, right off of Highway 54. New Visions of Africa restaurant, they're giving away meals today from 3 until 6. If you are in need, don't be embarrassed. Just head over there. That's what they're there for. They give away free meals. They will ask you your name and maybe your phone number. It's like a federally funded program. So that's another reason why you should go. Don't feel bad. Just go. If you are in need, if you're hungry, just stop by. They're served by the 5 and the 5K bus, and they're right next door to the W.D. Hill Community Center. Also, if you're in need, Kings Park International Church, they're having their food pantry and clothing closet. This is from 5 until 6. They are at 1305 Odyssey Drive. Again, don't be ashamed. They have, oh, Candace is here. Oh, wait, I have all these messages. Okay. Candace is saying happy birthday. She's a wonderful, fantastic artist. Thank you, Candace. Crystal from The Warrenist. If you know anything about Warren County, got to check out The Warrenist. So, Crystal, thank you. And thank you, Candace. Shipping containers. That's what I was, yeah, shipping containers. Okay. Okay, let me continue. Let's see. Where was I? Yes, at Kings Park International Church, they are giving away food, groceries, but also they have a clothing closet. So maybe you're getting back on your feet, you're looking for work or whatever, getting back maybe to school or whatever, you want to look nice. So check it out. It's going to be from 5 until 6. Speaking again of Boxyard RTP, it is game night. Even though, like I said, it's coolish out, but they've got the heaters above. It's a free event. You sit there from 5:30 until 8:30 with your new friends playing board games. That sounds like fun. And then if you get hungry, the restaurants are right there. They're right there. So take a few bucks with you. SCORE Mentors, they're going to be hosting Welcome to Entrepreneurship at Jewish for Good, which is also known as the Levin Jewish Community Center, 1937 West Cornwallis Road, from 6 until 8:30. This is where you can learn all the little details on starting a business. You learn all about insurance, business modeling, capital, taxes, and more. And it's free. So go ahead and get your free ticket by clicking on that link that I have. Okay, the Eno River Unitarian Universalist Fellowship, love saying that. They're on Garrett Road. They're hosting a Jazz for the Holidays Vespers service. That should be really beautiful this evening from 7 until 8. Of course, it's free. And of course, they'll accept any donation you might want to make. But they're going to have a festive night of music. They're going to have Shauna Tucker there. She's the great cellist and singer and arranger. And Christian Tambur will be on piano and vibes. That should be really nice. Okay, any more messages? Let's see. Okay. Just checking. Now, if you want to take in a movie tonight, the Carolina Theater of Durham, they're showing the animated classic from 1989, The Little Mermaid. So take the kiddies. The tickets are only $10. Click on the link and then get your ticket. Of course, the Carolina Theater of Durham is right there on Morgan Street, 309 West Morgan. Okay, Brett's open mic is this evening from 7 until 10, Blue Note Grill. Enjoy some great music. It's $5 to get in. The house band, they'll be playing like R&B, soul, smooth jazz, funk, and you can join them on stage if you've got the guts. That should be really fun. Now, if you want to be outside some more, the Moorhead Planetarium, they're going to be hosting sky watching at Little River Park. That is North Durham County in Rougemont. Another free event from 8 until 10. They're going to have telescopes, and they'll teach you how to scope out the night sky. That should be really fun. And again, from 8 until 10, totally free. And there is a phone number for you to call in case you're worried about the weather conditions canceling it. But I can always already tell you the weather's going to be great. Now, tomorrow, the Book Harvest is going to have Stories from the Start, bilingual story time for babies ages 0, that sounds so weird, 0 to 2. That's tomorrow, 9:30 until 10:30. So take the kiddies. They can enjoy stories in English and Spanish. Then they're going to have like nursery rhymes and movement, a little fun afterwards. And then together you can choose a free book to take home and read together. I think that's it. Oh, one more thing. The 180s will be playing at Boxyard RTP, and they play like Americana and pop. That's going to be at Boxyard RTP from noon until 2 tomorrow. I think that's pretty much it. Let me put my iPad down here and look at the weather. Now it says it is cloudy. I'm looking right at the sun. The sun is out, but it says it is cloudy on my app. But anyway, it's 52 degrees. It's going up to 56. It's not too bad. I wonder what it is up in the Northeast near Boston. I guess we're going to find out in a minute. So it's supposed to get progressively sunny as the day continues. Full sun right before sunset. And then tomorrow it's only going up to 48. But it's going to be sunny. So there you go. Oh, Barb, okay. Barb is saying happy birthday. Thank you so much. And Barb she lives in 2 places, actually. Was it New Mexico and Oregon, I think it is, which is really exciting. So we've got a special guest here waiting in the wings. Let's bring him on. And if anybody wants to join, just click on that link on the Facebook, on the Durham Skywriter Facebook page. Let us see what's happening. We bring him in with a little fanfare. Ronnie Camille, I cannot believe you're here. You are on mute, sir. You're a professional.
I am a professional. I think I am. I just play one on TV. Hello, my friend. So good to see you.
Oh my God, folks! This he used to engineer my show when I was on WNCU. Oh my God, so nice to see you. Oh my goodness.
Good to see you. It's so good to see to be virtually back in Durham. All these, you're going down through your list, and I'm like, wow, this is different. This is new, and I'm Googling, like, wow, this is nice. Yeah.
Oh, Barb is joining us. Let's bring on Barb. Hello, Barb.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Thank you. Thank you.
Do you want me to stream this to our Born to Stream Live group and on Facebook? I thought, where are you, lady? And so when I saw that it was your birthday, I said, my gosh, how come I'm not getting any notifications? And so how I found you was I just got an alert on my phone from YouTube that the live was there. And you know what? So I go to my laptop on YouTube, and there are no notifications that you're live. Not only that, not at all. And so then I of course I know what your channel is. I know I've subscribed and all that. So I go to your channel and I have to press on the live to actually find you live. I mean, this is crazy what's happening. And I think that it is all due to AI, the invocation of AI by Google and Facebook.
Really?
And just how, and what they're doing. And I just think that, this is the most discouraging winter season I've been through online in decades, because it's like a major technology fail.
Wow.
So anyway, but I had quite a bit of, I do want to stream it live to our private group, if you don't mind, Ronnie. It won't. It's a secret group, so nobody can see it, but just some what we call OGers, people that have been streaming a long time.
Sure.
But let me do that. So just take me a second.
And while you're doing that, so Ronnie, tell us what you do now that you're no longer in North Carolina. Where are you and what are you doing?
Well, so I spent about 4 years in North Carolina at North Carolina Central University, and spent a good amount of time at WNCU, FM. And so I'm originally from New Hampshire, and right north of Boston. decided to return home and worked in journalism for a bit, and then worked in local municipal government. And I went back to news, and now I'm back in local municipal government in the local cable access world. So I manage the local cable access for a small community called 𝗕𝗓𝗟𝗓, Massachusetts, just north of Boston, right on the New Hampshire border. And yeah, that's what I do. Occasionally do some writing on the side. Occasionally do some news for the network. I do a little bit of everything, but for the most part, local municipal government, local community media is where I'm at.
Nice. So you run the municipal's channel or the entire cable access channel?
The entire thing. I'm it. I've got a couple people that I work part-time. We've got some volunteers. But yeah, I run it all: the government channel, the public channel, the education channel. Yeah.
Nice. I love cable access. When I was still in Chicago, which is my hometown, I would always when I turn on the TV, I would always turn to channel 19 first, because cable access is like, I guess it's like local radio. If you have just an interest in local stuff, it's just nice to see people that you would see on the street on your screen. That's what's exciting to me.
Absolutely. And anybody can be involved. I mean, I have been trying to get some residents like, hey, do you want to show? You're very vocal about X, Y, and Z. Come on. Yeah. Come on. You could produce, you could do a live stream. You don't even have to come in. You could do a live stream from your house and bring in guests. And we had a young lady, a fellow NCCU alum who was in Charlotte, who wasn't she had a little entertainment show that she was trying to launch. And I said, you know what, let me put you on. You're not local to us, but you're talking things that are relevant that people are talking about, right? Okay. So we had her on Wednesday nights, 7 to 9. And they had, and using StreamYard, using this platform. Okay. Talking about all these things, and people that were watching were like, wow, who is this girl? Who is this? And then ultimately, she ended up leaving Charlotte and heading to the nation's capital, to DC, to get a fancy job at a nonprofit. So her bandwidth, has obviously, not, she doesn't have the time. However, it just proves to show that, community media is where it's at, especially where, it's saturated with all these, all this content that's out there. People like you and me can still go and produce local content about what's going on in their communities. There's so much that the local stations, the local affiliates can provide. And so, I always tell people, I'm always empowering people. Hey, you can do your own little content. You can run your own little TV. Look at you. You were doing it before anybody else was doing it, Patricia. So, here we are.
Yeah, because I'm trying to think. My first online interview was probably 2012 or so, and I looked like just a beige blur. I couldn't even. It's still on YouTube. You can actually watch it, and it's terrible. It's absolutely terrible.
Well, look at you. You've evolved in the last, 12 years.
I'm proud of it, because
you got thirds, you got guests coming in, you got triple boxes. It's great.
She's fantastic.
Well, what do you say about this, Barb? Because Candace says we can override AI. See, I don't know a lot about AI.
Well, Candace should join us and tell us what she's doing to override it.
I don't know.
On Facebook and on YouTube. Because they aren't revealing those secrets in general.
Well, maybe she could just put a little hint in the comment box if you can't join us.
I say now is the time to learn all about AI. And it's something that's obviously new and exciting and interesting. So I think that now's the time for us to really learn about it and dive in, and so we can be able to program it and control it.
I guess I need to figure it out, because I'm still not sure how people are using it and how I can.
Oh my! It is awesome.
It is.
If you actually work with it properly, because you can create scripts for your YouTube shows. It can help you be organized, and like this, you really need to learn to have conversations with it. with
Yes.
ChatGPT. That's what that's all about, and about you and in the unique properties of you, because it will give you like teach me live streaming. Well, it would give the general results, it would be pretty much the same for everyone.
Wow.
But if you gave your background, what your topics were and stuff like that, and
Mhm.
you actually create a profile in there, it really begins to massages the information, and it will surprise you. I mean, and the conversations sometimes are hilarious. I mean, that's my Sunday morning entertainment.
Really? I need to get with it then.
I've always imagined talking to God one to one,
Oh,
and it's
boy.
like,
Oh my goodness.
we don't want to get into those things, but oh my gosh.
Well, I need to learn how to use it, because I know that people are writing like articles and whatnot with it. I don't want to. I mean, I'm a writer, so I'd rather write my own articles. But if it could help with research, that would be nice.
Definitely can help with research now that it's more. Now I have the paid version, which does run $20 a month.
And it's
I
called
hope
Chat GPT, right?
well, that's Chat GPT Plus, but I mean, everybody can get the free access to the 3.5 version.
Okay.
The 4 version is more accurate and has a larger database of information. It's more current. So
Oh,
it pulls more current
okay.
things from the internet than the 3.5 version. But I started, I think it was December the 8th.
Mm-hmm.
It was either December 8th or 5th. I think it was December 8th that was my first day on Chat GPT last year.
Mm-hmm.
And I, just as an exercise, I'm an old beta tester, and I would ask it to write me a book every day.
Really?
15 chapter book. And from that book to then develop a course on Udemy, all in one setting. I would say, I
Wow.
want, and I haven't published one course on Udemy or one book from those exercises for almost a year long.
But you could.
I could. Well, I am going to stop now because my husband's going to be joining me. And, at our age, it's really hard to retain information for any length of time,
Okay.
in your head. you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
You keep it current.
That's why they invented notebooks.
Exactly. But now you don't need the notebook if you have Chat GPT alongside. And it also I will say that there's a lot of folks, 50 and over, who have whatever happened in their lives. They may be alone. They may not have someone that they can just converse with very quickly,
Mhm.
And so you can actually create a model in the form of your spouse or your friends or whatever, and have it talk to you. It's amazing. It is
I
absolute.
need to check it out.
But I will tell you one of my adventures. I don't dare I dig. I love it, but it can be misused, and I'm a geeky old person.
Oh yeah. None of my
and
but
so
yes.
and this stuff stuff that I did so that we could all have this commercial internet and all of that to play with. And so my initial feeling in approaching it was not positive, because thinking that, it all gets back to ones and zeros in bringing the technology together,
Mhm.
the computer technology together. And it takes a person to combine those ones and zeros in various ways to
Okay.
make the computers do things.
Okay.
And so knowing that initially there's a person, a human being behind that, it's like, were they good people or bad people? You know what I'm saying? And so, and actually they're the people that their AI would lead us to believe. You know what I'm saying? That's what you have to deal with. So I said, okay, Barb, this is exciting, but I'm going to, approach it as a beta test.
Yeah.
and see. And so one of the first things, and everybody started talking about prompts, and I said, oh, what is prompt? And I look at, sending the commands. I asked ChatGPT, how
Mhm.
would you like me to converse with you? Duh.
Hmm.
I mean, it's a conversation. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, that's
Mhm.
101 stuff, folks. But that's a human being talking
So
to a
you
computer.
so when you design what you want Chat GBT to do, you talk to it as
Uh-huh.
if it were a person?
Yes. Like, do you want me to share a screen? I'm logged in right now. If you
Sure.
want me to share a
Yeah, 'cause
screen
I don't know
of
anything.
what I was
Yeah,
doing this morning,
please.
let me see if I can do that being an old lady here. Just hold on. Let me see if because
This was a
I
great birthday present.
I've used ChatGPT. It's quite interesting.
I think, yeah, it's this one. Okay, I'm sorry.
Barbara, it's interesting how you've asked it to, how should I talk to you? I think of it as like Star Trek, like what's the thing? The replicator. You're like
Uh-huh.
computer.
Yeah.
Earl Grey, Earl Grey hot.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know.
What?
Well,
I'm sorry. Must have.
you have to share the screen,
Oh,
Patricia.
okay. I got you.
There. So I'm logged in this morning, and each day, what I do to give you the background
Mhm.
is this is an image I created with Dolly 3, and you can actually create images with the Chat GPT Plus edition.
Wow.
Okay, so yesterday I was asking, but I want to show you this command I gave because I worked with it yesterday to give me instruction on how to properly, give it a prompt to do what I wanted it to do. And
Mhm.
so this morning, up here at the top, you can see the Chat GPT-4 and what I said. And I told it, it is limited to creating digital images that are 1024 by 1024 pixels or 1792 by 1024 pixels.
Okay.
So knowing that I had a choice, the 1792 by 1024, of course, is landscape. The other is square. And I
Okay.
wanted to have something to use for my Facebook covers, right? And so knowing that, I asked it to create 1792 by 1024 pixels wide. And let me make sure. Okay, so that's what it did the first time. And you can see it's not correct. You see the
Oh,
square
it's not
there?
wide enough. Yeah, it's not wide enough.
Okay, so and it responds to me and it says, here's a digital watercolor painting of the scene you described. And giving me the summary of what it provided. And then I said to it, you did not create that image in the dimensions requested, 1792 by 1024 pixels wide. Please edit my prompt so I can request that size of image properly. And it
Wow.
responds back to me, sure. Here's your edited
Mm.
prompt for 1792 by 1024 pixels wide. And I wanted a digital watercolor painting. And so then it gives this to me. And if you look at my prior one, I actually have it in parentheses just like that.
Okay.
You see? And so this time it put it there. And I mean, it told me how to create my prompt. That's what the quotes are. So
Wow.
then I took within the quotes, removed the quotation marks and I put, exactly what it said.
Wow.
Sometimes I change a tiny bit because I
Mhm.
can edit because it actually gave me instructions yesterday and I will see if because I'll have to see if it's actually my work from yesterday is there because it got confused this morning because I'd had it open for so long.
Okay.
So Barbara, you can't obviously can't do this in 3.5. Are you incorporating other software to make this happen, or is this all in
not
4?
not with what you're seeing here on the screen, but I am, and I have billed myself as a digital artist for over 10 years. And so I use multiple applications because one thing you need to know is that when software, I hope you don't mind this education thing.
Oh, this is great.
I'm
Great.
a brainy old broad. But the thing is when you create digital images, period, there is machine information that is embedded in those images. So
Sure.
when you, for instance, when you take a photograph with your phone or a screenshot with your phone,
There is metadata embedded in
yes,
those.
that's called metadata, and that's on the inside. So like in the days when I was working, on the federal government projects, we had to deal with that as how is people, how are they getting information in secretly and not and stuff like that. And it's all through metadata.
Wow.
So that's behind the images that you see. So you can erase all of that. You can, and you can put it in other things. And the bad guys put bad things in metadata.
Okay.
So you have to be very careful about what application you choose to generate your text or images from. Because I mean, everything you do is regardless of what some people think, is trackable unless the metadata is erased and done so properly. And so now I'm
did
sorry.
it give you what you wanted?
Well, you can see what happened here. So now
Just
watch what happened here. We're still having an argument a bit. Okay. I love that. It's like, okay, well, you aren't so smart. That you being the computer, right? You being the chat GPT. Because you're only as smart as the information you have available to you or the instructions I give you and you interpreting those instructions.
Well, it does look wider, like you asked.
So this is the second one. So this one is what it did after I told it messed up, right? So it said that was when I changed my prompt. And so I put that in there. So now you can see it. And I think actually I can press on it and you can see it. That's better for you, isn't it?
I like that.
That's your full image. And then here you can download it. And when you do, it'll be that 1792 by 1024.
Okay, now who owns that?
Well, I'm so glad you asked that question.
Okay.
We are friends on Facebook, and you've no doubt noticed that my cover, I've been doing this kind of art on my cover for the month of December. And for that art, I was using DALL-E 3 through Bing Create. So I was using the Microsoft Edge browser.
Okay.
And you know that Microsoft, excuse me?
You mean Dolly, like Dolly Parton?
DALL-E-3.
Oh, goodness.
Okay.
Okay.
I think you'll note when I take this out of Expand, you can see that somewhere in there. I was going to try and give you my conversation with it yesterday to show you just exactly how it comes down. So I'm learning, but I want you to see in this image here, I think both of you can see it in the share. You see, I don't have just Santa and a single hot air balloon. Do you see that? He's there. But then I have the balloons over here on each side. And then it rendered Christmas ornaments on each side of the balloon. Do you see it?
Okay, yeah. Oh, I see it now, yeah.
And I said, okay, so when I saw that, I thought, well, I don't want to have to change. I just want to see if it can change it. So I said, sadly, you included more than the Santa Phil balloon in the sky. That detracts from the scene. Can you regenerate the image without the distractions? Now, before I go on to show you the image, do you see what I did? I didn't say, can you regenerate the image in the 1792 by 1094 without the distractions? Now, you guys, he gets it. He gets it. He totally gets it. Because I'm talking to a computer. And so if I had been talking to a person, they would have known that it was 1792. But so that's the reasoning that the technology does not have. Okay.
Okay.
So now here's its answer. Here's ChatGPT's answer.
This reminds me of so I
Okay.
mean this is wow. I mean going back maybe 20, 25 years when I was in middle school, family and consumer sciences and the exercise was let's build you are a robot and you are going to make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. And everybody in the class is like, well, it's easy. You just put peanut butter on jelly and on the bread and you eat it. And okay, all right. And they split us up in groups. And I mean, obviously, this is like we're just getting on the internet.
Mhm.
Some houses may not be on the internet. I mean, this is pre what we know about machine learning. But
Right.
again, the exercise for a bunch of 8th and 9th graders in junior high was
Mhm.
to show like when you're talking to technology, you have to give line by line, instruction because they don't know better. So
Right.
I it brought me to that moment when you said that, Barbara. That's
Yeah.
But you,
yeah, I mean it's a beautiful image.
Yeah. So anyhow, it didn't. I can give it another command now and tell it, wait a minute, you got to put that in the 17, the 17. And so here is it's now it said, so I'm going to tell it this time,
you would kind of think it should know, though.
you didn't render the image. Now, you notice I'm having a conversation and this is ongoing. I'm not repeating all of the command to say,
It's amazing. This is crazy.
so as this time you didn't render the image in, it was 1792, right? I told it before, I have to go back myself.
1792 by
The
1024. Okay.
you didn't render in 9 pixels. I need the corrected image
I love it.
in a 1792.
But he also
And
removed.
I'm also gonna do this because I'm thinking, okay, I'm dealing with a computer now, right?
Uh-huh.
So I'm gonna say I need the wide digital watercolor painting
Wow.
corrected.
But what happened to the little dog, though? That little dog was cute. He took
Did
that
they
out.
take the dog out?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yep,
well,
they
just a
did.
minute. They did?
Yeah.
Ah,
Look again. Look again.
okay, let me go up there and look before we
I
send
didn't see the
command.
little dog.
No, here are the two
Oh.
corgis.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
This time you
No,
didn't
no,
render the
no,
image, and I
go
need
one above that. Go one above that. One
The
above
new
that.
one.
it
The
might
new
not.
one.
That is a new one, is it not?
No.
Okay, just a minute.
No, wait a minute. No, not that one.
Not that
Next
one.
one. Next one.
This one. I don't
Oh
see
my
four.
gosh, you're right.
It's a totally
You
different
didn't
image.
render, and I need the corrected.
And the trees aren't right.
Nor did you include the poinsettias or the cute.
Oh goodness, cute. But the
Um,
trees are different.
I'm going to say adorably cute
Oh wow.
corgi puppies in
The
the
foreground.
Christmas box
Not in the foreground. Oh,
in the foreground.
Yes, the foreground.
Let's see how much it remembers.
Let's see.
I have to try this. This is really wild to me. I've
Okay.
never seen AI before.
I need the corrected in 10:4. Please do your best work.
Wow.
I like to do this because then sometimes I get the cutest comments back. Like, I'm only a computer. Give me a break. So let's see what
You
happens.
want to be encouraging.
Right. But the more positive you are, this is true now, the more positive you are with your commands, the better your results are.
Okay.
And that's the truth.
How long does it take to render
So now it's got this. See, look, it's saying creating an
Whoa.
image.
Whoa, let's see. Oh, this is real time.
Yes, it's happening right now.
Fascinating.
See, I'm going around. It's going. Oh, look over to the left while it's generating, Patricia. You can see that one I did recently was utilizing Blab for business.
Oh, wow.
So
That's going way back.
Yeah, I pulled a script and asked it to edit. Oh, look.
Okay.
Okay, let's come back.
See,
The
this is-
wide digital watercolor painting you requested has been incorporating all the elements you specified, including Santa Claus, the snowy forest, poinsettias, and the adorable Pembroke Welsh Corgi puppies.
Wow.
Well, okay, there we go.
There it is.
There we go. Is
That's
that
it.
not cool?
That's beautiful because those trees are weird. That's beautiful.
Wow. That's just.
Isn't that something?
So this belongs to you then. This is your.
Okay, now we'll go back to ownership, copyright. Okay, as first off, what OpenAI has said, and with 𝗕𝗨𝗟𝗟 3 is that you are free to use this as commercial works, anything that you produce. The federal government is saying AI generated art is not copyrightable.
Oh.
There's a conflict right now going on. So do things at your own risk because the federal government is watching everything closely in our country. The UK government is watching everything closely there. Everybody's got their own terms and how they're addressing this. So you don't know. So here's what I say. Because remember, I was a digital artist before this came to be. Okay. Right? Mm-hmm. Okay. Now let's take and look at this art again. You see up here, here's my balloon. Now this balloon, you cannot see Santa in here. We all liked it, right? Yeah. But Santa's not there. And what do we got hanging from here? And what do we got? A couple of helicopters here, and then maybe an 1800 flying machine of some sort.
I don't know how those got there. Yeah.
Right. And so that has to be changed. Now, there's two ways I can do this because I have other applications. And I can literally, because there are other AI tools and there are other, the old reliable for me, because I've been using it since version 1.0 is Photoshop. And Photoshop, or Adobe, has actually invoked AI in Photoshop as well. And that's a different AI. And so I can converse with Photoshop and tell it to take that stuff out and to further edit. And so I come up with something still, completely different. As we are looking here, these lights, do you see the string there? They don't really look, do they look that good to you?
Yeah.
Do they? Okay, well, I'll leave them then. But that string to me looked like it was a little bit far apart. But if I wanted to change that, with the tools I have, now you can also do that with Adobe Express through the AI invoked through Adobe Express. But I do not know at the moment. I actually am friends with one of the top influencers with the Adobe products today, and he has Facebook groups with hundreds of thousands of members on the topic. But he, Andrew Kavanaugh is his name, and he runs sessions every week and using Adobe Express, Adobe products with AI. And if I had, there's a lot you can do with Adobe Express, which is not nearly as expensive as Adobe Photoshop, to have the ongoing license for it. And so, but there are ways, there are other software tools you can do this. Now,
Well, I use
if you
Adobe.
take,
Let me ask you a quick question. I, because of my limited funds, I use Adobe Photoshop Elements, which is like the lower cost Adobe. And I wonder.
yeah, but I think you need to research that because,
Okay.
and you do need to research that because I think there's some stuff in because Adobe went all in after the feedback from its users.
Mhm,
Okay. But as we were beta testing this on Adobe, you are not to use anything for commercial purposes. All right. Any of your renditions. So one thing is if they say don't use it for commercial renditions, then you've got to run it through another one that allows you to use it for commercial, just to cover yourself during this time of uncertainty with our governments. But then it gets down to, and also having, as you know, the legal profession has been something on technology has been something I've followed since the 80s. And I mean, the attorneys are just going, crazy with all of the things that have happened in the digital space. And because this whole thing with text, I mean, like doing a book, on all AI. Now, if you want to talk about that, that's even more exciting. But anyway, for the image side of it, there are multiple applications out there. So
I think what I would do,
Fascinating stuff.
I would use ChatGPT-4 to get as close as possible to what I want. And then I'd be afraid to render it again because it might change too much. So I would do the final tweaking in Photoshop AI.
yeah. Mostly in Photoshop now, in the regular Photoshop, you'd be able to, but you have to check licensing on what you can do. And you have to ask yourself, if you were sitting, on a witness stand, is this something that you generated or was it, totally generated by tools?
Yeah. And I do like what Candace said because anybody can input the same prompts.
But they don't come out the same. Aha.
Okay.
That was a very
What do you
good.
mean?
Very good.
What do you mean?
I wish she was in here with us because I would. That is true. You can. I can give you the same prompt and it will not turn out the same thing for you.
Wow.
Wow.
Because remember what I said in, I don't have my profile loaded. So I'm, and on purpose, I don't want people to know what it is, but
yeah.
But you can create a profile in there with certain, like what you like. Like, for instance, I liked the works of the artist Thomas Kincaid. I don't know if you, the painter of light.
Okay.
And so even back as far, I would say 2001, maybe, I was like, I want to paint like that, doing it digitally. That, and having that lighting. Okay, you can take courses from Adobe, and a lot of its instructors that can help you with lighting on photography and in art and so forth. And you can render that likeness quite easily as Thomas Kincaid. And so that's why, I was doing that before it was cool. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So, but I knew certain key elements so that when I put them in my prompts, it's the positioning, everything. But by adding the information in my profile about what I do, that's uniquely me. Okay. So what I generate will be different from what you generate. And wonderful. So let's say you do it without a profile in there. You just go in there and you don't set up a profile. Then it pulls a pseudo profile from the bulk of information that it has accumulated.
I'm amazed it would make a difference.
And oh yeah. And I can take the same prompt and use a different product, a different AI tool, and it actually generates a different result.
That's wild.
And
Thank you, Barb, because I mean,
Yeah.
I know the term, AI, but I never saw it really in being demonstrated. So now I see, in terms of art, what can be done. This is wild.
I am
But
enlightened
yeah,
with
sorry.
this what I like to learn something new every day. I've definitely learned something today. So thank you, Barb. That was great.
Wonderful.
This is
And
wonderful.
you can see, because it keeps a running every time, like you initiate a new command, you have, this is one conversation. Okay, so
Mhm.
we all know what this is about. I'm questioning the
Yeah.
1792 by 1024. Can you do this? And can you use these certain elements? Now, here is my conversation. And from yesterday, when I was doing the experimenting, like I told you,
Mhm.
that it was an ongoing conversation. This is stuff I created yesterday and getting these answers from it on how it would work. Now, here was, I love hot air ballooning,
Mhm.
right? So I had read, and I love this image actually that it created. So here was my original. Okay. We'll close
Okay.
that. So I uploaded it. Come on,
Mhm.
let me go back. I don't want to regenerate this anyway, but we'll get down. But see, here's my first thing. I said in my beginning of my conversation that day, because this was like a college course in one day. All right. How do I access Dolly 3 through Chat GPT? And so it answered me. It said to access it through ChatGPT, you need to describe the image you want to create. As
Wow.
an AI language model, I can interpret your description and use Dolly 3 to generate the image based on your specifications. Here's
Hmm.
how you can do it. I actually have this information on my 𝗕𝗧𝗬𝗧 website because I can then take this and edit it. This is text instruction.
Mhm.
And I can take this and edit it for my audience. And so it told me I needed to describe my image, put a detailed description, be specific as possible about elements like the scene, objects, color, style, and mood. The more detailed your description, the more accurately Dolly 3 can create the image you're envisioning.
Wow.
2, submit your request. Once you've provided the description, I will process your request and use Dolly 3 to generate the image. Review and adjust. After the image is generated, you can review it. If it's not quite what you're looking for, you can provide feedback or adjustments to refine the image, and I can generate a new one based on your revised instructions. Remember, Dolly 3 is a powerful tool for creating a wide variety of images, but it's important to provide clear and detailed instructions to get the best results. And you see this right here, this little clipboard,
Mhm.
and then you see the hands. Okay, the clipboard is for me to just copy that piece of information there,
Okay.
and I can put that in a text document.
Mhm.
And this is to upvote the answers that it
Okay.
gave me.
Okay.
Okay, and so then this is me here, and I said, well, I would like to create a Dolly 3 image from the following prompt. So I pulled this prompt from another a prompt I generated for another AI application. Okay,
Mhm.
so
Mhm.
this is what, and it never gave me any. And you can just see on there. We don't have to go through detail, but I
Yeah.
had created that before.
Mhm.
And so this is what it generated,
Oh,
which is not bad,
yeah, it's nice. Yeah,
all things considered. You look at that.
that's
And
amazing.
so then it tells me, here's the image generated based on your description. The
Mhm.
snowy scene with Santa Claus in it and the style, right? And then
Mhm.
I say, can I ask you to generate a Dolly 3 image of a certain pixel size, so this is how I find out what its
Mhm.
max is. And it answers, currently Dolly 3 through Chat GPT supports specific image sizes, either 1024 by 1024 pixels square or 1792 by 1024 pixels wide,
Nice.
or 1024 by 1792. which is the portrait style. Unfortunately, custom dimensions like 2400 by 2400 are not supported at this time. And you can choose from the available sizes for your image requests. So then I say, okay, please create a 1024 by 1024. And I put this information in. Okay, so that was a command. So I talk to it like a human. You know, please do this for me. And this is what it generated.
Cute. And those are your two little puppies.
They're little corgis. Look at that.
I'm a corgi fan. Yeah. So then it tells me what it created. And so now I tell it to do the 1792 by 1024. And so then that's what it creates.
So these,
wow, and it's learning and making it really realistic. It's amazing. I am very enlightened by this. Pat, I have a heart out, unfortunately.
Yeah, me too.
It's such a pleasure to share of your birthday with you and
thank you.
Be enlightened by this masterclass in AI by Barbara.
How about that, right?
Barb, I actually I just reached out to you on LinkedIn, Barb. So I sent you a note while we're
yeah. Well, I go in there every once in a while. I'm not a young person anymore. But I'm actually going to try to grow my YouTube channel this year.
I'm following you there as well.
Are you? Well, then you would have had to have become my 80th follower if you did that today. And so the good news is I'm going to be coming back there any day soon, any day now with my husband of almost 50 years.
Well, happy anniversary.
We're gonna be celebrating our 50th in October. Nice. And so we just wanted to leave a little something for our son. And I just said, my husband doesn't really know all the things I've done online over the years. So that might be kind of fun. You know, he's the accountant who's been covering my bottom, so to speak, and all this. So I thought that might be an interesting conversation. So hopefully it'll be worth your while to actually subscribe at this point in time. And I'm going to do Amazon too. I'm going to, be much more active on Amazon because, I am an Amazon influencer, but I haven't actually, I've been put on notice now. I've been an influencer since beta. And then Jeff got, he left the helm of the business to someone else and went off to Florida. And my cousin, I have a cousin that's working there in that area too. And they put me on notice that I've got to get my videos up here by March or I'm in trouble. So,
well, I'll follow you.
I'm going to do that too, but I'm going to talk about it on YouTube.
Okay.
Because that's where, and we do have that. Goodbye, Ronnie, and we'll see you next time, hopefully.
Take care, everybody. Thank you so much.
You.
All right, bye-bye.
Great seeing you.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah, he called me just not out of the blue. I mean, it's my birthday. But I was like, wow, I hadn't seen him since he moved from
Wonderful.
Durham, so
what a
nice.
great person.
Great guy.
Yeah.
Great guy. They're lucky over there in the Boston, north of Boston area to have him. So,
yeah. That's wonderful.
And Barb, thank you, because
you're quite welcome.
I've heard of AI, and going off of what you said, because I love art.
I know you're an artist too.
Yeah, but I would use I can see using this art in the Durham Skywriter, which is a free.
Oh, yes. Oh, you can even do. Oh, Patricia, we do have to talk about that because you write that newsletter and that you can have it help you with the editing and everything. And the whole, even your website and all that stuff. So you definitely need to tune in.
Yeah, and I can see using it. The art part in the Skywriter because it's free, but I would not put it on a T-shirt because you're saying that the copyright laws are a little.
If you only use that, if you only do that, but if you know anything, that's a topic for another time. If you know anything about dye sublimation, you have to have certain pixel sizes, and to put this on your shirt, it has to get on your shirt somehow.
Yeah.
And so to do that, you have to have certain meet certain pixel size minimums
Mhm.
in the art that you create. So,
Okay.
but that's a topic for another time, but happy
Okay.
to talk to you about it.
Thank you,
Okay.
Barb. That was so fun.
You're
You
welcome.
really opened my eyes, and I don't know how expensive ChatGPT 4.0 is, but I will.
$20 a month. That's what I was telling you. So,
Like that.
but
Okay.
it's $20 a month for an editor to help you. You know, if we have to pay someone else to help us edit something,
Hmm.
we spend that much in an hour's time. In
Oh,
1 hour's time, and we have the whole month of $20 where we
mhm.
can create books, we can create newsletters, we can create websites. You know, I mean, you literally can create even JavaScript to work on your website, all kinds of really cool
I think I'm going
stuff.
to explore it first before I commit to it. Probably.
Yeah,
Yeah, I need
yeah,
to.
and I'm happy, to you work on your, uh, mastering your prompts, and I can run them through the 4.0. We just
Thank,
strike up a live where you
yeah.
and we can do that, and then I can get it to you. Because there's
Thank
no
you.
problem with me giving it to you either. So,
Okay. I really want to get into this. This is very eye-opening, and yeah,
absolutely.
please.
How you have a wonderful birthday.
Thank you,
I'm
Barb,
yeah,
and I'll
I
talk
love
to
you.
you soon.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. It was so fun. What a great birthday. Oh my goodness. So anyway, let me let you go because after all, lunchtime is over, right? So anyway, you have a beautiful day. It's going up. Let me check my app. It might be 56 already. Let's see. Oh, my brother-in-law called. Oh shoot, I gotta call him back. Okay. But anyway, it's 55 right now, and the high today is going to be 56. And now it's partly sunny, and I think the sun's gonna come out around 4. So with that, have a beautiful day, and I'll see you tomorrow at noon for Bull City Hangout. Ciao for now.